Alan, it's been at times quite a difficult season for you. Going into Cheltenham, are you happy with how the horses are, how they're performing?
Yeah, I'm a lot happier than we were. It's the first 2 months were a bit of a write-off really, but they've been running an awful lot better through January and February. And what's normally a difficult time to have winners anyway. The ground's been so tested, it doesn't suit a lot of horses. But yeah, they're running a lot more consistently and sort of the way I'm expecting them to run.
And this weather, is it going to have a bad effect on their preparations?
No, not really. I mean, you prefer not to be like this. And I've never seen them more backward on their coats this time of year. Normally we like to have the summer coats through for March, but I don't think it's going to happen this year.
And you've got a couple of good chances in the World Hurdle, Carabac and Catch It. First of all, Carabac.
Carabac, I mean, 2 very solid runs this season. Second to Zaynar at Ascot and then second to Big Bucks at Newbury. He's second favourite. I think he deserves to be. Wouldn't mind the ground as much as he goes in anything, but I would prefer better ground if we could get it. He's a light framed horse, and he'd really appreciate top of the ground if it happened to dry up.
And Catch It seemed to be racing with his old zest again last time.
I think so. He ran very well in the Cleve. Proved he got the trip. Travelled with plenty of enthusiasm, and one or two people have doubted his enthusiasm, but I think it's just he's lacking his gears now, and I think the step up to 3 really suited him. And again, if we got better ground, it would really suit him down to the ground. So I hope he'll be in there scrapping, going to the last anyway, and see.
The Champion Hurdle race you've won before, Medamit, how would this one compare to Catch It?
Good question. There wouldn't be an awful lot in it, I don't think. He's obviously a year older. They always said I couldn't win it with a 5-year-old with Catch It, but Medamit, he's progressed all season. I didn't think he would be a champion hurdle at the beginning of the year, but he's gone and progressed all the way through, and he certainly deserves to be taking his chance in it. It's a solid chance.
And the rivals to him seem to be dropping by the wayside at the moment. Who would you say is the main danger to him at this stage?
Well, Gonade has beaten me before in the Supreme last year, and obviously Solwit. I think the Irish are very strong this year, but we'll give it a best go. See.
And Oakrick was a festival winner for you last year. Where's he likely to end up this time around?
Yeah, it's proving a little bit more difficult with him this year. I mean, he isn't quite good enough for the championship races, and obviously he's an awful lot higher in the handicap. He's still in the Queen Mother. He'll have an entry in the Grand Annual. Whichever route we go, it's going to be awfully tough for him. But we had a great spring with him last year.
And another festival favourite, Voiporstead, is he going to be making a return?
Hopefully, yeah. He'll run on the Ryanair. He was second at last year. As you saw this morning, he's in very good form. I'd love the ground to dry up for him. I think he's a much better horse on good ground, but I think the enthusiasm's still there. He just lacks the gears that he once had, and that was proven in the game spirit.
Do you think that was just the trip really that was the problem there? Over 2.5, he'll be back to his best?
Oh, I think he'll be much better over 2.5. And he ran a very sound race at Ascot first time this year at the weights. I mean, he didn't jump well, but he still ran a very good race, giving a lot of weight away. So he's jumping the last twice. He's been back to his old self, and yeah, 2.5, decent ground, left-handed that's what he wants.
Just a few more to mention. Chamaret ran a pretty good race at Haydock at the weekend.
Solid race in the Pertemps qualifier. I've taken him out the Albert Bartlett now, and he'll run in that. A thorough steer. I mean, you can't get enough stamina. He won 3 mile 3 at Fontwell the time before, so he'll take his chance in the final.
And Ben Salem holds a few options at the festival. Where's he likely to run?
Ben Salem in the RSA and the William Hill, probably the William Hill chase.
And is that because you don't want to take on long run and Puncher's Towns?
Partly, and also I think that the handicapper just might have given me a fair chance off 143.
And just finally, the Betchworth Kid, pretty useful on the flat. Where's that one likely to be seen?
Probably step him up in trip, and he will run in the Albert Bartlett. Pleased with him at Kempton, a slow run race, first one off the bridle, and then he was staying on well, so I think Albert Bartlett almost certainly.
And overall, if I asked you if you had to name one horse that you thought would is your best chance of a winner at the festival, who would it be?
Do I have to do that? It's kiss of death on the poor things. I think the Betchworth Kid will have a great chance in the Albert Bartlett.